2, 1.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna hold me down. Oh no. We got to keep on moving. What's up to our sidekicks and hedgefolk out there in the Mother Loving Geek Nation? Thank you for tuning in to Cult Pop Podcast, episode 146. If you're new here, this is a place where we talk about movies and comics and TV and how Elliot from the movie E.T. from the 80s grew up to be a terrible drunken daddy.
He was
and all
Elliot?
He was in, yeah. And all the other things that scratch your dirty, nerdy little itches. Tonight we're broadcasting to you live from YUNKJUNK HQ.
YUNKJUNK!
A bomb-ass podcast studio here in Philadelphia. That's how you pronounce that.
We're your hosts for this evening. I'm Alice. You may know me from your other favorite podcast, Inside the Morgue. Across from me is a Cult Pop OG host, Sushan Lai, back to chat with us about spooky stuff.
And I'm JD of Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127. It's a rad-ass comic shop that caters to rad-ass folks just like you. And you know what? I want to pay my bills. If you've got a subscription with me, come pick up your stuff. There's $8,000 of unpicked up subscriptions. So come pick them up. I mean, if you want to, that'd be great. I just want to feed my family. Speaking of family.
Hey. Hi. We also want to introduce our men in the booth, producer Chris and Terry. I have 2 questions for you.
Two?
Ooh, number 1. If anyone that's watching or listening wants to know more about YUNKJUNK HQ, the space and services, where can they inquire?
You can go to YUNKJUNK.com and ask all your dirty, nerdy little questions.
Ooh.
Also, check me out on OnlyFans.
Ooh.
Oh. Do you want to give them your
Link?
specific?
Is it your feet?
It's Big T's House of Yunk.
Sounds great.
Actually, it's just YUNKJUNK. It's the same thing. It's just...
House of Junk.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there was number 2. There was
Number two.
Sausage links or sausage patties?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Like many things, it depends, folks.
It's patties. I'm sorry.
It depends.
It does depend. It does depend. I'm a vegetarian. I feel like I don't have no cards in this game.
Yeah, shut your.
There are
vegetarian option.
veggie
Healthy mouth.
versions.
If it is on a breakfast sandwich, you have to go patty.
Of course.
But if you are having it by itself, there's nothing better than a link. I think links can be smashed to patties, but patties cannot be converted to links. So I will go.
You can roll
with
it up.
Are you trying hard enough?
Yeah.
You roll it like a joint.
Yeah. You gotta and roll it up.
Now, yeah, you know what
Sorry.
you could do? You could wrap a sausage link in a sausage patty and make a little sausage taco.
It's just so much sausage.
Oh. That's like a
Exactly.
sausage party.
That's what we say at OnlyFans.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's nothing I like better than waffle, sausage links, a little bit of syrup.
Oh. A little savory, a little sweet. Mm-hmm. Tonight, we're going to talk about...
We're
going to.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm like Ron Burgundy. If it's not on the teleprompter, I can't say it. Tonight, we're going to talk about Black Phone from 2021 in anticipation of Black Phone 2 coming out this Friday, October 17th. But before we do that, we're going to talk about what we've been up to this past week in a segment that we lovingly call...
What's poppin'?
Woo!
Remember, if you're here live, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when we're doing this nasty stuff. And if you're watching this later, you could still do those things. Time is a flat circle. It means nothing. I have ADHD, JDHD. So time means nothing. Just go and do those things. We love a little back and forth, in and out, up and down. So pipe up in the chat. And if you'd rather, you could send us an email to cultpopgo@gmail.com. And speaking of emails, we got letters.
We got letters.
Oh, we got lots and lots and lots and lots of letters. It's one letter.
Yes, one.
It's called Sure What the Hell. Christopher Goodnight says, and I quote, so I am seeing the new Julia Roberts movie this weekend, well, Thursday, tomorrow night, and got me thinking, when was the last time I paid to see Julia Roberts movie in theater? And it was actually sooner than I remembered, and I'm not talking or guest star or whatever those are, Brad Pitt, George Clooney movies, but I did go see a movie Closer with her, Clive Owen, Jude, and Natalie Portman in theaters, although I was given free passes for that. And I did go see Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Oh, and Tickets to Paradise, which came up rather recently. But again, it's not really her movie. Like, I didn't see it to be like, oh, I got to see that new Julia Roberts movie. Went because I was Caitlin Dever. Is there any actor or actress that you love, but you haven't gone to see a movie from them in a while, like they are a box office draw for you? Chris St. Saucy, good night. Sent from my iPhone. Feel free to pause here, rewind 30 seconds, and maybe listen to that in 0.5 speed. The question, I'll repeat, is there any actor or actress that you love, but you haven't gone to see a movie from them in a while, like a box office draw? And while you're pondering that, a physical space says, hey, Chris, I didn't think BP needed a sequel either, but same writer and director, got to at least give it a shot. Doesn't feel like a cash grab, you know. Is a physical space responding to Chris in the chat about Black Panther? Because I don't see.
Black Phone.
Oh, Black Phone. I'm so used to Black Panther being BP.
I'm assuming Black Phone.
That makes way more sense and is on topic.
Also, the dad is an Elliot. From ET.
That's not Elliot from ET?
That's Henry Thomas is Elliot from ET.
That's not him?
No.
That's not him.
Who's that?
Jeremy Davies.
That's the same dude.
I was so confused when you said Elliot was a drunken. I was like, we can't tarnish Henry Thomas's name on this podcast.
Sorry, it's the guy who's almost basically the same guy.
He's for sure played a drunk in something else.
Yeah. For sure.
And Carl says, hey, everyone. Okay. Is there a box office draw that hasn't been a draw recently for you?
We were talking about it before. Daniel Radcliffe is somebody that I will always go see no matter what he's in because I think he just makes such fun choices. And he's just fully commits.
He does.
Every time.
He does make interesting choices.
Yeah. Also Matthew Lillard, but I feel like I say that every single time.
Yeah.
Or
the
Robert
answer
Pattinson.
to every question
It's always the same.
posed to Alice.
It's always the same
Matthew
generic white men, and I have to stop. I'm just kidding. They're not generic, and I love them.
Do you have anybody?
I agree with Daniel Radcliffe. I could not think of a male actor, and I feel like he just spaces out because he can. Harry Potter money, you know.
I mean, yeah. Exactly.
But as far as female leads, Amy Adams, and not that I'm not like. I would always go to see her, but I'm not seeing previews to the same degree that I used to.
Right. That's true.
Because mom. And
Because
mom. And no, but when the next thing is out, I will for sure go see it,
I'm a
hopefully.
big Amy Adams stan. I think the last thing we went and saw, we didn't see it. We didn't go see it. We watched it on at home because we had screeners. What was that called?
Yes.
Bitch.
Night Bitch.
Night Bitch.
Yes.
Yes.
Just say, bitch, please.
What was that called? Bitch? Oh,
Bitch,
Night
please.
Bitch. So we didn't have to go to the theaters, but I'm not sure I would have gone to see that in the theater.
I would have seen
Yeah.
that in a theater for sure. Yeah. Because it's her.
Because she's great.
She is.
We actually did get one more email from our good friend and co-host Noel. Noel, hi baby.
I know.
How you doing, baby boy? I'm gonna read it now.
Noel, I'm wearing the Fall Out Boy shirt that we both have.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Actor question. So I think Noel is responding to Christopher St. Saucy Goodnight's question that I just read.
Okay.
Actor question. Not really.
Oh.
I like a lot of actors, but they are never a box office draw for me. Directors absolutely are. That's actually, before we continue this, the only thing I could think of was Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I will go see anything Quentin Tarantino puts out in a movie theater. What were you going to say?
No, Mike Flanagan. Anything Mike Flanagan does, I will watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more of a Netflix guy though, isn't he?
He is, but he has done movies. He did Oculus, Hush.
Hush was great.
He's doing the new Clayface.
Oh my God, that's right.
He's doing Clayface, and he's doing DC. And he's doing another Stephen King. He's doing the Carrie Show with Matthew Lillard. It all comes full circle.
Nice. Awesome. Okay. Directors absolutely are. I am back on the Christopher Nolan hype train after Oppenheimer, but I did not see any of his movies in the theater after Interstellar. He went hard against Interstellar, I think. I dragged my feet and likely shouldn't have because even when I don't care for his movies, they are often worth seeing. Actor, though, they are often bonuses to things I already want to see, but not so much I want to see this thing I normally wouldn't if it wasn't for them, if that makes sense. I think it does. And then can I read this about Black Phone? Okay. Black Phone. I am on the fence about this being a gateway into horror for the younger crowd because that's something I posited. But for someone like my wife who loves procedurals and true crime style documentaries but can't handle most horror movies, It's an awesome middle ground that transcends just one genre. I think it's a horror movie 100%, but it leverages so many other genre tropes that it has broader and more lasting appeal. It doesn't hurt that the performances are so good and the direction is appropriately eerie and believable. Thank you, Noel, for writing in. We love you.
Thanks,
we miss
Noel.
you. Also, hi, Sam, if you're on.
Hi, Sam.
I assume Sam is sitting on Noel's lap on the couch
Yeah.
with then the cats on her lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I'm
Yeah,
assuming
that's how it
Puddle,
usually is.
Yeah.
Every time
Puddle,
I've been
puddle.
there, that's what's happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I posit an actor?
Please.
Christian Bale.
Uh,
Because he doesn't
it's a
do a
good
lot
one.
of movies,
True.
but when he's in one, I go and see it because he's in it.
Okay.
he is very good.
That's a good one.
I don't think I
Yeah.
have one other than Amy Adams. But
And
even then, if the movie doesn't look good, I'm not going to go see it just because Amy Adams is in it.
See, I saw Five Nights at Freddy's, even though I had I mean, I knew a little bit
Also,
about
we
the
were doing it for
games.
the show, though.
I wasn't on that show.
Oh, shit. You're right.
I wasn't even a host yet. I wasn't on that show. I just watched it with you for shits and giggles because Matthew Lillard was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like for you and I, at least, like we're in a very serious mode of life, and there are like the whole cast of The Bear, whatever they're in, I will watch all of them.
Yeah,
Right,
that's a
and-
very
and-
different thing. Like, there are certain people that I will watch it on
Yeah.
Netflix or HBO or whatever.
I would like to see what they do, you know,
Yeah,
if they
'cause
did
they're so
something on the
good. Mm-hmm.
big screen. But like, they're just like continuous story is so watchable right now.
All right. Hey, that's the email section. Let's move on to the section we
Oh,
love. Oh, no.
I do have a quality assurance check for Christopher.
Shit, Chris.
Let us know if you think it's a real show tonight. Thanks.
So
And if anybody wants to know, you want to
a
expand
little,
on that?
a little bit of backstory is the last time Sushan, who was an original host on this show, came on and hung out with me. I don't remember what we were talking about. Chris made some sort of snarky comment about how it wasn't a real show because the other people weren't in it. It was just me and Sushan. And she has not, every night before we go to bed, she's got a little Christopher St. Saucy
Voodoo doll?
voodoo doll. You do not want to see that poor thing. It's barely holding on. So what were you going to say? Anything else?
No, that's it.
That's
don't
it.
reveal all my secrets.
Oh,
That is
sorry.
Our marriage contract. Don't
Sorry.
tell anybody about my voodoo dolls. So.
It gets a little kinky. Let's see. Interstellar pisses me off still, but I am committed to watching it again. Who is a physical space? Hi, physical space. I'm glad you're here.
Noel is a physical space.
Oh, Noel's here.
And the cats are typing this right now. Vin Diesel.
Hi, Noel. Oh, you're with us. And
The
Dave
cats
D
love Vin Diesel.
says, what about going to see a movie based on who composed the soundtrack? Never once. Never once have I done that.
The only person that would work for is Trent Reznor
Yeah, you might be
or
right.
Hans Zimmer.
I was going to say
John
Danny
Williams?
Elfman,
No, Danny Elfman, yeah.
right? Because he usually is involved with very interesting projects. Anyway. Of course it's a real show, says Corals.
Thanks, Carl.
Coral. All right. Oh, yeah. So that's the email section. Can I move on?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
It is your show.
It is. It's our show.
Yeah, that's right.
This is the section I lovingly call "What's Poppin'," wherein I ask my wife and friend, "What was poppin' with you this week?" Let's start with Alice. Alice, what was poppin'?
I went to New York City Comic Con. My first Comic Con, and it was overwhelming, but fantastic.
Yes.
I got very overstimulated. I was there for 7 hours, but it was so cool. I went with my friend Danielle and her group of friends that invited me along because I had other plans this weekend that got canceled. And
Let's just move on. Let's not linger on that.
yeah. And so I went to Comic-Con this past Saturday, and it was so crazy. It was so much fun seeing all of the cosplays. I think if I go again, which I do want to go again, I'd want to go to some panels. We didn't go to any panels. We just like took in everything. I bought a ton of stuff, spent way too much money, and I just enjoyed all of the cosplays. I did a very half-assed cosplay because I just did not have the energy or time after work this week to do a full-on thing, which I do love doing costumes and cosplay. I just didn't have time. I got a cape and
Terry has put up something on the big screen that says "Times."
I have trauma, okay?
Times Alice
let
mentioned
me
her
work
wedding.
it out on a podcast. On 2, actually.
Yeah. Brutal.
Yeah.
So what was your cosplay?
I did Jane from Twilight. Because
Oh,
I have my red
nice.
contacts, I did the makeup, and I had a cape.
Nice.
I got some compliments, but
Awesome.
one of my favorite bits that we did with the group that I was with on the drive down, we each picked a character that we wanted to see, and it couldn't be like a too obvious character.
Right. Spider-Man.
Yeah, it had to be like a somewhat obscure someone. Whoever spotted their character, we like tried to spot our character first.
That's
like,
an awesome game.
I came in second to last.
Well done.
Anakin, specifically from Revenge of the Sith, like so with his scar.
Scar and the
No.
Really?
Barely any. So many Obi-Wans. Every time I saw an Obi-Wan with like a red lightsaber, like someone with a red lightsaber near him, I was like, ah! And then it was like Darth Maul. And I'm like, damn it.
Objectively the sexiest Anakin.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I thought there'd be more of him.
Yeah, right?
No.
Except for when he murdered all the children.
Yeah.
Well, depending on your kink, I guess.
Yeah.
And so who were some of the other ones? You got Anakin?
Anakin was mine. One of our friends, she's the one that won. She wanted Jason from Friday the 13th. He was one of the first ones we spotted. So after that, she wanted to see Darth Maul. And then she saw Darth Maul right when I was like, oh, I think that's Anakin. It was Darth Maul. Somebody else wanted to see specifically the Cabbage Man from Avatar. And there were a bunch of them, which was really cute.
Cabbage Man from... Oh,
my cabbages!
There were multiple cabbage
Multiple.
men?
And all fantastic cosplay, all like with their carts of cabbages. It was so funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
So many cabbage men.
My
And not so many,
cabbages.
but like just enough where I'm like, there's multiple of you.
Okay, yeah. The fact that there's one, but then more than one seems
It
uncalled
was
for.
fantastic.
That's
And then I forget what some of the others were. My friend Danielle, she never found hers. She wanted to see Marty McFly.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nobody that we saw. There was probably somebody somewhere wandering around as Marty McFly that we missed. But
I think I'm gonna have to do that next time.
I thought it was such a fun game. This group of friends, they go together every year. This is my first time joining them. So they do this every year. And I was like, this is such a fun little game to play.
Did you see any famous people? Like, what was your favorite part of it?
I loved all of the costuming and how creative people got. There was a giant Galactus costume.
Whoa.
Like 8 feet tall. I thought it was like an animatronic. And then there was a dude in there. And I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
what?
That's so cool.
There were also, so I've talked about it before, I'm a big fan of Dropout TV, and it's specifically Dimension 20.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of those costumes wandering around. Specifically, there's one game or one show they do, Crown of Candy. And there was somebody dressed up as, it's basically Game of Thrones, except they're all like candy characters. It's like Candyland meets Game of Thrones. There's one character who's a chocolate bunny. There was somebody dressed up as the chocolate bunny and somebody dressed up as like a jug of milk, and like they went all out, and it was so good. And I couldn't get to them quick enough to get a picture to send to my siblings because they would have loved it. But if you're watching, I don't know if you are, I would have loved your cosplay.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Dane Z says Philly Comic-Con Fan Expo Philly will be May 29th to the 31st of 2026 and will feature the 25th anniversary of Lord of the Rings, and we can meet all of the hobbits.
I need to meet the hobbits.
Oh my God.
That's
Eric.
25 years.
Oh, that made me go, yeah, that's insane. But I want to meet the hobbits.
So that means 7, which was 30 years ago, was only 5 years before Lord of the Rings. That sounds insane to me. That can't be right.
You just said so many numbers and it got me confused.
SE7EN.
The movie we talked about last week.
From last week.
Yep.
30th anniversary.
Yeah.
And physical. Noel says, "What's winning the game? Finding your character early or later?"
Early.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like who spots it first. We were basically playing Where's Waldo, and there were a few Waldos in the crowd.
Actual
as well.
Waldos?
Actual
Yeah.
Waldos in the crowd.
Nice.
But yeah, winning the game was finding your character earlier.
I miss going to conventions.
Same.
Yeah, but parents.
Yeah.
Someday we're gonna take him with us.
I know. I think it's maybe a little overstimulating.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm gonna have to.
I definitely
ball
need
him
to take
my
some
back.
some breaks from it.
We just build him into a costume where he's higher up.
Yeah.
And then he's probably fine. So
You know what we could
Make him
do?
Galactus.
Oh, just the head, like a little tiny baby head. We could do Alien. You know, Aliens, where she's got the big loader,
yeah.
and then have him be driving it.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway,
Then we get a 3D printer.
Yeah.
Create all that.
Sushan, what was popping for you this week? Same thing that was popping for me, I imagine.
Yep. Hacks and taxes.
Hacks and Taxes, bitches. Hacks, and I don't know if I've mentioned it on the show. I must have. The series follows Deborah Vance, Jean Smart from Designing Women in the 80s, a legendary stand-up comedian, and her young comedy writer, Ava Daniels, played by Hannah Einbinder, who I've never heard of, as they navigate the evolving dynamics of their professional partnership and personal lives within the contemporary comedy industry. We're on season 4 now, right? We just started season 4. Oh, there they are. Tell me about it. What do you think? Clearly you enjoy it.
I do. And I can also I like shows that I can still do admin work apparently. Yes. So and it's great for that. But no, it's like I have done a very little bit of stand-up comedy, and I just I love the watching of the process because it's so there's rituals and then there's and then everybody has their own thing that they do too.
Yeah.
But just the idea of needing and having a writer, which I've never done, is really fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Because I just write my life, but funny, hopefully.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm enjoying. There's been some fun twists and turns, and I don't know who's caught up, and I don't want to necessarily give anything away.
Right.
But their dynamic together is so good, and the writing is great.
It really is. I am loath to spoil things because really we just got into it. This is the 4th season just ended, and we just got into it a month or 2 ago, maybe.
Yes,
and we've just been blowing through it. They're real quick in and out half-hour episodes, and we'll just pop on 2 or 3 because they come down, they go out like water. They go down like water. But it's really, we watched the first episode years ago.
And it didn't really catch us.
It was oh, okay, that looks cute, whatever, fine. And then I don't know why, but something made me want to go back. Maybe some other podcast mentioned it or something. And I imagine it was probably the film cast. Jeff Canada was probably talking about it. And I was like, you know what, let's go back. And I rewatched it. And I just, for some reason, it clicked and started watching it. And then you started watching it with me.
And then, you were then watching it without me for a little bit.
Well, yeah. So I thought it was a thing where I was watching
the wrong assumption.
I did. I do that most of the time. I started the show and I thought it was one of those things where she just happened to be on the couch with me watching a thing that I'm watching, but not actively being like, "Oh, I got to watch the next one." So I went and watched another one when she was at work or whatever, and she was like, "You watched it without me?" And I was like, "I didn't know." Ooh. Yeah. So, life hack. Always check with your with your partner. Just rude, says Noel. Christopher Goodnight says, haven't seen season 4. I enjoy hacks a little bit though. Why would a oh Jesus.
Oh, I was planning a wedding for this weekend and it didn't happen. So that's what happened. So, okay, somebody else brought it up.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Terry, he's putting another mark on the thing.
The more I talk about it, the easier it gets to deal with.
Yes.
So yeah.
So keep asking.
Yeah.
Grounds for divorce. Well, if you cancel the wedding, you get divorced.
That's not when he was talking about you want. Okay, I was like,
joke. That was the joke. That's why I'm not a stand-up.
Can you explain it more?
Wait, yeah, it's funnier when you explain it.
So, if you haven't seen it yet, Hacks. It keeps going to say Hacks and Taxes. Hacks is really, really, really charming. Hannah Einbinder, I don't know her, but it makes me want to. Apparently, she did a stand-up special recently that I want to go watch. And Jean Smart, I think we were watching an episode from last season, and I was like, I know that Hannah had gotten an Emmy because of her speech, which was "Fuck ICE, go Birds," something
Free
else.
Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Yeah.
And so that sort of made the rounds. And I was like, oh, she sounds pretty cool. I like her. And so we're watching it. And I remember getting all up in my feelings about Jean Smart and how good she is in this show. And I was like, if Hannah won a Emmy for this show and Jean Smart has not, I will be infuriated. But it turns out they've just been swapping off winning Emmys every year that the show is on. It's like, oh, you get one, you get one. Oh, you both get one, you get one. Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really watching the interactions between Jean Smart and Hannah Einbinder and their characters, the ups and downs that they have, because Jean Smart plays a real piece of shit old-time comedian.
And she's having so much fun with it.
She's
so
having
good.
a blast, Jean Smart. So yeah, highly recommend if you haven't watched Hacks yet. It's on HBO/Hulu, whatever. Highly recommend. I've been rewatching Lost, but in a super weird way. I started with the finale, then I watched the end of season 4 through the end of the series, and now I'm watching seasons 1, 2, 3. Why? Sorry. Why? And then Noel says, Jean Smart absolutely has "You're good." Sheath that rage. The accolades came before the ratings. Gotta run. Love you guys. Good show. Bye, Noel.
I love you, Noel.
It's on HBO. That's what I said. / Hulu. Didn't I say that?
You can do Hulu with like one of the expansion. Like if you have Hulu Live or whatever, you can do. That's what I.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's hear more about that. Alice?
What?
The expansions. What else can you get on Hulu?
I don't know. My brother pays for it.
Yep.
I go and I'm like, well, it's probably on Hulu because Brian gets the fancy package, and and it usually is. He does Hulu Live, so I mean, you can watch live TV. I feel like you're setting me up for something.
Right? I think he's picking on you, but I don't know how.
I feel very picked on today.
Yeah. Wait, is that the linear way of
But
watching
I'm a little
Lost?
sensitive because I canceled a wedding.
What? Put it up. Put it up on the
put
board. More beer. There we go.
Have you actually been keeping track, or did you just make this up? Is this from last week and Inside the Morgue?
That's real. I started it on Inside the Morgue.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You did not. I did not bring it up that many times.
I gotta tell you, it's comedy gold.
He's committing to the bit, Alice.
Oh my God. I gotta stop.
It is real.
Hey,
So embarrassing.
let's talk more about weddings. No. Black Phone. Let's move on to our main review, which is Black Phone, which came out in 2021. I was about to do the preamble where I'm like, we're gonna spoil it later, but I guess we can just spoil it because it's from 2021, right? So we can just spoil it.
It's your show, yeah.
Shrug. That means yes. All right. Black Phone 2021, directed by Scott Derrickson, written by C. Robert Cargill. Cast is Mason Thames, Ethan Hawke, Miguel Mora, Madeline McGraw, Jeremy Davies.
Not Henry Thomas.
Same dude. E. Roger Mitchell, Troy Rudisill, and James Ranson, based on a 2004 short story by Joe Hill. Finney Shaw is a shy but clever 13-year-old boy who's being held in a soundproof basement by a sadistic masked killer. When a disconnected phone on the wall starts to ring, he soon discovers that he can hear the voices of the murderer's previous victims, and they are
Dead set.
on making sure that what happened to them doesn't happen to Finney.
Because they're dead.
Because they're dead. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 81% with an 88% audience score. Cinema Score gave it a B+, and Metacritic gave it a 65, which is fine.
Which is actually kind of high for them, I think.
Yeah.
Can I read what Carl said?
Please.
Carl said, okay, this might make you feel less sensitive, Alice. I have put another package in the mail for you guys.
Yay!
Thank you, Carl. I love A Meal in the Sniffers now because of the CD that you sent me.
Yep.
It's the best.
The spoiler alert, it's there's all wedding presents. It's all from your registry.
He's like, I sent it months ago. I didn't know.
Because all the best characters are in the later seasons, and I didn't want to get to Faraday, Miles, and Lapidus. He's still talking about Lost. Okay, Black Phone. Listen, I am a huge Joe Hill fan because I want to say Lock and Key first. Was that the first thing I read from him?
First thing I read was Basket Full of Heads.
Basket Full of Heads.
Which you recommended. And then I read Lock and Key. And then I read Refrigerator Full of Heads.
Yes, the sequel.
The sequel.
What?
Where did horns come in? Like I can't remember now.
Daniel
Yes.
Radcliffe.
Yeah. Well, we
Damn
read you and I read the book first.
We read the book.
So,
I read the book
remember
and then
any
made
time.
you read the book, and we both cried.
Yeah.
We both had the experience of like openly weeping while reading Horns by Joe Hill. And
I was also like, oh, Joe Hill can write women. Slightly different than
then his
Then his
pops.
dad.
Yeah,
yeah.
Stephen
I
King.
don't want to say. But
No, it's fine.
Although I'll push back
Getting
on that
better.
with one story, and that's
Yes.
11/22/63. Is that what it was? Is that the date? The assassination of Kennedy. It's a time travel story, but there is a love story component to it that I really liked.
What's the one you're reading now, Jill?
Long Walk.
The Long
That
Walk.
character is interesting. Like, she's not like. No.
There's no women in the Long
Wait.
Walk.
Oh wait. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a different one. I think you were looking for a different one with the detective character from.
Oh my God, Holly!
Holly.
Oh, you're talking. I'm sorry. I'm reading
talking-
multiple books right now.
Oh, okay.
That are
okay,
Stephen
sorry.
King. So yeah, The Long Walk, because we watched the movie and I was so enamored with the film that I went and got the
was such
audio
a feel
book.
good.
Yeah, I just really wanted to
really
bask in
warm
the,
and fuzzy.
Yeah, but then when we were at the lake,
Yes. Okay.
I went
We're
and
caught.
bought. I was like at CVS, and they happened to have a copy of Holly. which is the character played by
Cynthia
Riva in not The Stranger. The Stranger?
The Outsider.
The Outsider.
Also, speaking of her, I would watch her in anything.
Yes.
That's true.
She's awesome.
I would.
So.
1000%.
Yeah, I want more of her playing Holly,
Yes.
who is sort of very, I don't know if she's autistic coded or just autistic. She's that sort of character.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm reading a story now called Holly where she is, it's like a murder mystery. So yeah, she is great. What were we talking about? Oh, Black Phone.
Yeah.
Big Joe Hill fan. That's
Joe
it.
Hill.
Horns.
And how we discovered him.
Yes,
We don't know.
discovered it. We read Horns, the novel, which is great. The movie is fine. Daniel Radcliffe. And then Lock and Key, all-time favorite comic book series. Highly recommend if you haven't gotten to it yet. There was a Netflix show based on that, which is, I think, a little bit more YA and didn't keep me as much as the comic book
I never
did.
watched the show. I read the comics, though,
Yeah.
based on your recommendation because I liked Basket Full of Heads.
Yeah.
I
So-
feel like the show eventually got more involved from what I've heard. From
Yeah,
people,
I
but
hope
I
so.
didn't keep up with it.
Yeah,
It was
we gave
too
up because it was
YA
just
for
too
me.
cutesy. Yeah, too cute by half, as Noel would say.
Hmm.
So yeah, I've liked everything I've read from him. I like his short stories. I like his long form novels, and I also love. I'm a sucker for continuity. So the fact that a lot of his novels also take place in the Stephen King universe.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for that. That's like catnip for me. And the fact that the Magic Treehouse from Horns is in the same reality as like The Shining, the Overlook Hotel and stuff like that. Very, very cool. And Nosferatu,
Yes.
another Joe Hill.
Oh, I forgot he did Nosferatu. Yeah.
So yeah. So Black Phone is a short story that I did not read.
I did.
I
read it on Tuesday after watching the movie on Monday.
So you and I were both a little hesitant about watching this movie because we both have.
Oh, do we want to rage bait men in the comments where I talk about my feelings and my triggers again?
Yeah.
That went viral
Ew,
one time.
triggers.
Yeah, I have triggers and I don't like watching child death. So I was nervous to watch this movie.
I'm
That's why I
actually-
didn't see it until Monday.
I'm totally cool with child death. It's child sexual assault that's my trigger.
Oh,
You
I
can
mean, I
kill-
don't like that either.
Kill
But
kids all day long, but
God.
keep your pants on.
yeah,
That's a short.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, but we both were like a little.
Yeah,
nervous.
that's why.
Yeah.
I think the first time I talked about it, where people had comments about my feelings, was Speak No Evil. I was nervous to go
Oh my
see.
God, that's right.
And I spoiled it for myself. This one I didn't spoil for myself going in.
Yeah.
Because you had seen it and you were like,
Like,
I
yeah,
think
it's-
you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. If it's too much for me, I'll text you and we'll have to find something else to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I didn't see it with you originally because I wasn't sure.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah. Well, also it's
go get it.
2021, so we had a
very
very
tiny
young
child.
You had
baby.
a, yeah.
So that was another thing where I was very nervous. We watched it.
Yeah.
Should we give our overall thoughts and then we'll dive in?
Yeah. Oh, and the short story is very good too.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
And we're spoiling, yes?
Yeah, we'll spoil.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
Really liked it overall.
You just watched it for the first time
Yes.
last night?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had to strategically watch it because we trust.
Oh, so quick story. Our son Kai, we were like, you know what? It's not that aggressive of a horror movie. It's not that spooky. We can put it on the TV and Kai will be playing with his Legos or like watching something on his iPad. He likes to watch things about the Statue of Liberty. And he'll be fine. And then as soon as the music comes on, he's like, no scary, no scary. So we're like, it's fine. Just look away. Don't watch the TV.
And of course he has to.
Of course he's
Right.
no scary.
Turn it off.
So we put him to bed, got in bed with him, fell asleep, woke up, went downstairs, and then watched Black Phone. Go.
Yeah, not. I'm like happy with the level of scary. There's always a part of me that wants to know like the motivation of the antagonist. I do and I don't, right? And I keep wondering, like, as the second one is impending, if we'll get any more of his
Right.
story. I don't. Interestingly, as much as I like, my morbid curiosity gets the best of me, and I want to know that more about that character. The way it was presented in this film, I didn't need it for the story, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
And especially if if you are thinking in a means of like starter horror,
Mm-hmm.
that like if I know too much of the psychology of the character, I might get too into it and too
Mm-hmm.
into my own head and freak myself out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like they kind of make allusions to, like, at one point he was kept in that room because he's like, oh, the phone doesn't work. It hasn't worked since I was down here. Or like they make allusions to him like being in that room at some point, I think, is what I picked up
I didn't
on.
pick that up. Oh.
Maybe I misheard it, but I thought I
Whoa.
thought he was acting out some of his own trauma that he experienced, not
Whoa.
using it at
That
all.
didn't
But
even- that didn't
I
even
think
occur
it
to
was
me.
alluded to that he used to stay down there or something happened to him down there. Is what I thought.
Oh, that's
But again, you
cool.
don't. It's more of like a thing that he says. He's like, oh yeah, that phone hasn't rung since I was a kid or something.
Right,
and I'm like,
right.
oh, so you were down here at one point. Like this was something to you in your past.
Wow, I thought he just meant when he was down there with
The other kids.
the other kids, it rang and nobody was on the other end. But it didn't even occur to me that he's just responding to his own abuse.
And it's also he can hear the phone ring and Finney can hear the phone ring. And they're the only ones that
Right.
hear the phone ring.
He can hear it too. And
can hear
I
it
would remember
too.
thinking, oh, that's an interesting choice. I wonder why he can hear it, but,
Yeah.
but can't. I guess he can hear it, but the kids don't talk to him.
In the short story, the kids prank call him.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That's hilarious.
You don't hear them prank calling, but when they're on the phone, when Bruce is on the phone with Finney, he's like, does anybody else hear this phone ring? And he's like, only the grabber can also hear the phone ring. Sometimes we prank call him when we're here alone.
That's pretty funny.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of cute.
Nice. So the question you've already answered was, do they delve into his backstory at all? But not really.
Not really. It's more like alluding to like, oh, that phone hasn't
Yeah.
rang in years or like
Yeah.
since I was a kid.
Interesting.
I read like he says something like it hasn't worked since I was a kid.
Right.
I think in the story. So I'm like, okay, so you were in this creepy basement at one point as a kid. Like I don't know if you were trapped down there or if this has just always been part of your home.
Yeah.
If this is your family home or what.
Interesting. Oh, that's so neat.
And I had assumed it was somewhat of a family home because he lives with his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought maybe it was like the house they grew up in or something.
Yeah.
But again, this is me making a lot of assumptions based off of like one thing that he kind of offhandedly said.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
In the way the homes were described in the story, how accurate was that to the movie? Because they're like mirrors of each other, which was in the movie.
There's just the one house.
Oh,
You don't.
oh,
That's the kind of the
In
twist. at the
spoiling
end.
the short
okay.
story, it ends with him killing the grabber and then it's over. So you never get to see his rescue.
Oh.
But like
Oh,
you
I like
assume
the
he
way they
gets
did
out.
that.
yeah.
He ends it. He's choking him out, and as he's dying, the phone rings again, and he goes, "It's for you," and he gives it to the grabber, and then that's the end of the book or the story.
That's a good end of the story.
Yeah.
Though. That's a great end of the story, but I love the ending that we get in the movie because
Yes.
I feel like spending all of that time, like 30 pages, you're in and out.
Yeah.
But spending almost 2 hours with these characters and that development and having that cathartic sister, is she in the book?
Different. Her name is Susanna, and she's older. I don't know.
Oh.
She's an older sister, but they were born exactly 3 years apart, had the same birthday, and they have some kind of like psychic link.
Yeah.
And so he's like dreaming of her while he's down there, of her like looking for him, and he thinks it's just a dream. But then he gets a phone call so also the phone only rings once. It rings a few times, but he only gets like to talk to somebody once. He talks to Bruce, the baseball player, and he's like, your sister's gonna like, she knows where you are. She found the balloons. So she like sees like black balloons.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's real. He's like, ask her when you get out because you're gonna get out of here. And so they have that psychic link, but you don't get into her character as much.
I love
Or his parents. And his parents are both alive.
Oh, okay.
So, but they're both kind of like have a strained marriage, and he really, again, is just like depends on his sister. Like they depend on each other. But yeah,
I love what they've done with this movie. With
Yes.
regard to the short story, I love the things that they've
It's
added,
great.
like the fact that their mom, had the shine, right? They both had
Yeah,
the
the
shining sort of
shine.
kind of thing to them.
I love.
and then
The idea of the shine.
I love
Yeah,
the idea of the shine, and I love that it's like a thing in the Stephen King universe. Like different characters have
different
a little inkling. Like,
versions of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
different like iterations. I love what they add here, where the mom had it and kind of went a little crazy and didn't make it, and so that makes the dad super aggressive about his daughter showing signs of it. Oh, I love that addition.
Did you? Okay, so it was driving me crazy. Madeline McGraw, her voice sounded so familiar to me.
Which
and
one?
she's the sister.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's Victoria McGraw's older sister, who's the girl in Megan, who you're like, does she always talk like that?
That's so funny.
And so they have the same like the way they
Pattern
of speech. And I was like, it was one of the moments when she was praying to Jesus, and she was like, Jesus, like, I don't even think you're real or anything.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, you sound like that actress from Hill House and from
Yeah, that's funny.
from Megan. And I looked her up, and I was like, oh my God, they're sisters. That's
That makes
why.
sense.
Yeah.
That's really neat. I'm sorry.
No, that actress was so good.
We
She
yeah, I
was
think
fantastic.
Good.
yeah, we looked at each other and were just like, oh, she's so good.
The scene where she's getting,
She's getting
hit?
beat.
dude,
The,
that's what I almost texted you. I'm like, if it's going to keep up like
Yeah, like, I don't know.
You
But-
were wrong in
yeah.
your description. Get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But her acting was so authentic in that, where she's crying and
But then gets angry.
then ooh.
Yeah.
In your face angry, but then
Yeah.
and then suddenly she's a little girl again, crying. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's funny because I think she's really good in that heightened scene. She's awesome. There she is.
Yeah.
But then there's scenes where she's just talking to Finney, like a normal conversation, and I'm like, oh, I don't really buy that as much. That feels like you're just kind of like, it doesn't really feel. But the fact that she just like was able to do all of the reaction to the abuse so well. Oh, it was so awesome. She was great. But anyway, was that it? Anything else?
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Other people talk.
What did you think of the Black Phone?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was really enjoyed it. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. I mean, I obviously knew there was like a little bit of a supernatural element with like the phone ringing, but I didn't know how involved his sister
I had
was
totally forgot
in the
about
supernatural
sister
element
part.
and like the connection that she can have. Like I loved it. Loved it. I thought it was so cool.
There's also that scene where she's given absolute sass to the cops.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
God.
pull her out of class and
She's like,
just,
yeah, I'm the grabber.
yeah,
Like,
fucking idiots.
Yeah.
she's so good.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. I love this movie. I went in, like I said, a little trepidatious. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but I do love Joe Hill. And I thought it was an interesting choice for Ethan Hawke,
Yeah.
because we don't see him play. Well, we didn't used to see him play this sort of role very often. He usually is like the sweet guy, you know. But I think he does a great job here while maintaining that element of sweetness to him. So it's very creepy. It's even creepier,
Yes,
I think.
that the soft voice that he
Yeah.
chose. That's worse.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
whole-
like
That whole
that's
getup.
like contained anger. Like
He looks like long legs there.
A little bit. I was wondering,
pale
why
face.
does he have like white makeup on his
Yeah.
face? But I guess it was just because he can't be wearing the mask.
Yeah.
He has to wear the white makeup as a substitute for
Yeah.
the mask. Which, by the way, awesome mask.
So cool.
The fact that it disconnects and has different,
And he wears like half of it sometimes and half
Yeah.
of it the other time, then the full thing.
yeah, and it's got different mouths that he can like,
Yeah.
replace and stuff. Like it's borderline silly, but I think it works really well.
Yeah.
was that in the short story? Like,
No, he doesn't
Oh,
wear a
okay.
mask.
Okay.
And he isn't a magician, he's a clown. A little I feel like it was like a little bit of John Wayne Gacy referencey. Like
okay.
in that sense. But black balloons were the same.
Someone on Etsy is selling this mask set for $66.
All of them?
I am very tempted to do like a Halloween. Oh, it's awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Kai will tell you. No.
Yeah,
No
no
scary.
spooky,
No
no
spooky.
no scary. Anyway,
But yeah, in the book he's a clown, and he's and this is Joe Hill just keeps describing him constantly. Like you never hear his name. Like sometimes he'll be called the grabber, but Finney just calls him the fat man. Like they just like really pound home that he is a larger person.
that is something
And I'm
that
like-
he and his dad share.
I know. I thought that too. I was reading it for a minute, and I
Body
even
cameras?
thought I was
Yes.
like, man, Stephen King
No.
does this all the time. He's doing
Like
it again.
fat-phobic.
I'm like, this isn't Stephen King. This is Joe Hill. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's doing his dad's thing again, just
Yeah.
talking about
How
like
fat someone is.
how fat
yeah.
this guy is. Like, yeah,
Yeesh.
that I was like,
Yeah.
meh.
But anyway, yeah. I forget what I was saying. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was great. And the reason Noel had written in and said about gateway horror is I had brought up, we're going to be talking about Black Phone this week. We should also maybe have a conversation about good starter horror or gateway horror of like maybe you're not into horror or you're a little younger and this is something to be like, oh, this is a nice light horror movie that can then maybe get you into the horror genre in general. And he doesn't think so. He thinks this is not a very good. He thinks it's more horror than gateway horror.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that might just be personal for me. Just like I get what you're saying too, because it's not overly grotesque and gory.
Yeah.
But it's more like the psychological that messes with me. Like the, I don't know. Just no, I don't know. I've talked about the child death stuff bothers me, and like. Well, I was not my parents, but like I was always afraid I was gonna get kidnapped as a kid because like I heard about it a lot, and I went to all the stranger danger classes and like my parents took me to, or like school had, and I was like, this is gonna happen. So like whenever there's something that like centers around a stranger danger or like getting kidnapped, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, then this would be good to let kids know stranger danger, even if someone's there with a black van and a white face and a big hat and black.
This is
balloons. Maybe don't get into the back of the van.
Don't ask questions about what's in the van.
Yeah. Those black balloons.
There's something they said on My Favorite Murder, and not that like kids should be listening to that podcast, but like if an adult is coming and asking you for help or asking you for directions,
Run.
Yeah, they don't.
No, thanks.
An adult can figure it out on their own. They don't need a child's help.
That's actually really good. Wow.
We saw them, right? Didn't they?
We saw them live.
Yeah.
We
So
saw
did I.
So one of the things I thought that was so interesting about them, like, they kind of give this spiel, and it's that, to resolve their own anxiety, which listening to a bunch of murder will not actually do. But like it could potentially prepare you for like the worst case scenario.
You feel like you're preparing for the worst.
Yeah. You hear all these stories and just like then you're on the lookout forever, but like you're slightly more prepared. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sort of how they look at it, because people come at them for like making a comedy podcast out of horrible real life events. And they're like, "Oh, well, we're just looking at these things through this lens so that we can learn how to not have it happen to us, but then also deal with our anxieties about it."
Yeah. I used to listen to them a lot, and I took a break when I started working at the coroner's office because I was like in this field, seeing all this horrible stuff every day, driving to work, listening to it, driving home from work, listening to it. And then I'm like, why am I having nightmares? What's going on? And I was like, oh, maybe I'm taking in too much of this.
Yeah.
So I took a break from it. But I've revisited it a little bit here and there. And they've been doing this cool thing called Rewind. Every Wednesday, they go back and they go through an old episode. So they'll like re-listen to it, and then they'll pause, and then like the president themselves will be like, yeah, we didn't handle this as delicately as we should have.
Great.
And like, or like, yeah, we're kind of reevaluating how we talk about this now, and like we should have said it this way, we should have phrased it this way. Or they'll also give like case updates.
Yeah.
So if there's any like new updates on like if they talk about like an unsolved one and there's a new update, they'll talk about it. But I thought that was cool because that's how I got back into them for a little bit, because I was like, oh, this is kind of cool that they're like,
I love that.
kind of like they're acknowledging like, yeah, we got into this, like not expecting this to become a huge thing, and it did, and now we're like, yeah, we could have done this a little bit better, so let's go back and like, we're not going to take them off the air, but we're going to talk about it and make sure we start a conversation about it, which I thought.
I love that.
Yeah.
Accountability and
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like introspection. Yeah. Dane says 80s horror were my gateway. Fright Night, Monster Squad, The Gate. In addition to being traumatized by losing Artex in the Swamp of Sadness. Oh. Do you know what is that? The never-ending story?
Yeah.
Right? That's the. Yeah. Oh no. Hey, how about your wedding? Let me make you feel better.
That's my gateway to horror.
Yeah. So when I was growing up as a Litlin in the 80s.
I didn't bring it up. JD did.
It's true. It's my
mentioned.
Time's out. He mentioned it. It's not fair. You can't bait me into it.
when I was a kid, there were a lot of movies I think that starred kids or were geared towards young teenagers that were horror movies. Monster Squad, I think, is a perfect one. Monster Squad is a great gateway because it is the original Universal monsters like Dracula, the Mummy, etc., but meets the Goonies basically. So that's perfect. The Gate is a little bit more horror than I remember it being. That is an awesome movie. And then Fright Night's even better. I love Fright Night. By the way, Dane, the creator of Fright Night has since written 3 Fright Night novels. So you might want to check them out. But yeah, I thought that Black Phone would be a good intro to horror.
I think
because it's all kids, right? The only violence that is shown, correct me if I'm wrong, the only violence towards children that you're actually shown is child-on-child violence.
Which JD loves, notoriously.
I love kids beating the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
Brings back memories.
It does. Yes. So yeah. And also, it's got a happy ending. Mm-hmm. The brother and the sister are reunited. Yeah. She helps find him. Mm-hmm. Their connection and their relationship is so sweet and adorable and charming, I think. It feels like, and yes, there's someone who gets an axe in the head.
Yeah.
But
I actually thought, like, if I were I was trying to view it as like a kid new to horror, the dad in that scene where he's like,
that was scary.
That was pretty scary.
Was the scary? Like, I would have been, like, that can happen. That's your parent. Like, what's happening right there? So
that, I guess this would be like my gateway to horror was the It miniseries. And watched that when I was way too young. Not like my parents had it on and I just walked into the room unknowingly, but then I ended up watching the full thing a little bit later. But the part that scared me was Bev's dad. It was weird and assaulty to her, and I was like, oh, he's scarier than Tim Curry as the clown. Like, I don't like this man at all. Like, yeah.
Side story, but I liked the It miniseries, and then I read the novel.
I didn't read the novel. I won't because of that part.
Yes, I get it. I skipped that part.
Yeah.
But there is a sequence in the novel that's not in any of the
no one talks about
movie parts. Not that.
Oh, I was like, okay.
The one with the giant mosquitoes. There is a sequence in a junkyard where someone opens an old refrigerator and inside are mosquitoes about that big, and they're what are their suckers called? The
suckers, yeah.
They're suckers.
What they drink the blood with?
I remember the description was that the end of their sucker was the size of a nickel.
Oh.
And that's the size that they leave in you, a hole the size of a nickel as they're sucking your blood out. And that is still to this day the creepiest thing in all of it. Anyway, side story.
Oh.
So yeah, Black Phone.
Black Phone.
Anything else?
I really liked it. One difference that I liked from the short story is the multiple phone calls that he gets from all of the boys. In the short story, he only gets one phone call at the end from Bruce. And he's just kind of tells him the same thing, like pack the phone with the sand and use it as a weapon. But all of the other things that cause, like, all the other attempts he had tried to make out were like of his own thinking. But I liked in the movie how it was like the boys being like, okay, I tried to do this, but if you do it this way, it'll be a little different. Like try, or don't go up the stairs because he's waiting for you with a belt. Like, I liked that each boy had their own little piece of advice.
Attempt. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. And then by the end, you get this sort of like
it all
Rube
comes
Goldberg
together.
Kind of like all these different versions of these kids trying to get out, make one big trap.
Like
which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I really liked that, and I liked how they appeared when he's on the phone with them. Like they're like in the shadow behind him. You can't really see them, but then like you do, and you see like the gruesome.
Well, there's that whole sequence. Speaking of packing the phone and then hitting him,
where he's practicing the punching.
The two of them are mirroring each other, and he doesn't even know that. It's a visual that's only for us, the audience. But the two of them are in tandem doing the same moves, and it's so well done.
It's beautiful. That's like my favorite scene.
Yeah.
I really liked. It was such a their relationship was so like short in the context of the overall movie, but it was so solid.
Yeah.
Of like, the tough kid, like needing help in school, and like I'm gonna protect this kid because he helps me, and like, and like just like the pep talk of that in such a terrible situation, but it was just such a good pep talk. Too.
Yeah.
Remember what I told you? That I should watch
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre? No, before that.
Before that, you need to stand up for yourself.
One of the things that stood out to me this time, more so even than the first time, and I mentioned it in a couple instances when we were watching it last night, is the editing of this movie is really well crafted. We get, before I think the Black Phone text even comes up, we get the intro to the characters and everything. And then all we get is, I want to say it's, what's the kid's name?
Robin?
Bruce.
Bruce? Oh.
So close. Bruce.
Well, the other, that's his friend, right?
Right?
Robin, yeah.
Bruce is the one who's like,
the
you
baseball
got a
player.
killer arm. Yeah.
Yes.
Bruce is riding his bike. He sees the kid shoot up the
Rocket. Right?
the rocket, smiles to himself, and then turns back to the road. And then here it is. And then we, the viewer, see through his eyes, oh, this black van just slowly pulling into frame, fade to black phone.
Yeah.
You don't get anything of the antagonist or anything. You just see the van pull in, and you only see it for a fraction of a second, and that's when it cuts. They do a similar thing with the girl needing to go to the principal's office. It's so quick, but it's just she's in class, teacher walks in or someone walks in, cut to. It's not like they're like, oh, you need to be seen at the principal's office. Someone walks in, immediately smash cut to the officers in what's that?
She's in the office.
And she's just in the office. It's really well done. It uses shorthand to jump what the audience knows. You don't need, you need to go see the office. We know, someone walks in, bam, we're in the office.
Right.
It's just really well done. I like that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that too.
Oh, wow.
Those poor kids. Also, I love that metalhead kid.
Metalhead Kid was great.
Metalhead kid was great. What an angry little dude. Also, I think when they wrap back around, right? So the conversation's happening on the phone while the grabber is getting murdered. And each kid gets to say one of the things that they said earlier in the movie to him in a different context.
Oh, I didn't catch that it was something they had said earlier.
Yeah. Everything that those kids say to the grabber on the phone while he's getting strangled to death is something that they said to Finney earlier.
I love that.
Yeah.
As
even
he's getting strangled, his arm is mint. Yeah, right.
his arm is mint,
his
and that's
arm
when the
is mint.
kid breaks his neck. His arm is mint. Yeah, so good. Stuff like that. I'm a sucker for that sort of like reflection, poetic reflection.
In the psychology of it, I think about like the panic of, and this is terrible to think about in general, but like of somebody being abducted and being trapped and like trying to figure stuff out and like just these and starving essentially too, because you're afraid, he's afraid to eat the food and like, and how like the mental decline of that is could exist in that. And to get like these calls coming in of just like, if nothing else but for motivation to keep going.
Right.
It's just like, it's like so sad to think about, but at the same time it's like, I don't know. I think anybody in that situation would like hope for some sort of saving grace, and it's just like take it from wherever it comes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was really fun, really well done. I think it's a lot better than it has any right to be, honestly, because it does feel almost like a by the numbers on its surface, a by the numbers movie. But there's so many little elements that I think are put on its head and put on their ear that it makes it a really worthwhile experience.
I think so the relationships amongst the boys were kind of like rushed, but they did such a good job. Like if you have really strong and established relationships within the main characters, like creating, this is my criteria for good horror movies in general. I'm not like a
slasher fan.
No. I'm like, if you make me care about the characters,
right,
I'm all in. And this was one of those, mostly, the relationship between Finn and his sister, and wanting them to get like reunited. And, So, but yeah, there's a lot that I don't watch because I can't care. I like, if people are being dumb essentially as they are in a lot of horror movies, like they can die. Like, just like sorry.
I'm perfectly happy to sit and watch a Friday the 13th or an Nightmare on Elm Street where you're just like get them. But that's not really Sushan wants more. She demands quality
story.
Story writing.
Yes.
Whereas I'm like, just machete that dude, that's fine.
Do you guys think this is the best Blumhouse movie?
Ooh, I'm gonna need some more Blumhouse.
Blumhouse films. I'm typing it in now.
Oh, speaking of Blumhouse, though, they had a little Blumhouse section at Comic-Con, and there was a phone booth like that you could get in and take photo ops.
Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know what the Lost Bus is.
I'm very excited for the like. I couldn't tell how much I would like. I was using this movie to gauge how much I would care about the next one. I absolutely want to see it.
I
great.
want to see the next one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We are doing the second one next week. We're going to go watch it this weekend, and we're going to talk about Black Phone 2.
I won't be here.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to literally be inside the morgue.
Hopefully you'll be here.
Sure.
And I think Jeremy's going to join us from Fresh Floppies. Cabin in the Woods is a Blumhouse movie?
I'll still go see the movie, though, so if you make plans, let me know.
Oh, for sure. No, Cabin in the Woods is the best Blumhouse movie. I didn't realize that was a
Cabin in the
Blumhouse.
Woods is Blumhouse? Yeah, that's the best.
God damn, I love that movie.
But this is up there, though.
Creep is a good one.
Creep is Blumhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get Out. Get Out.
Get out.
Insidious.
Get Out
all
is
the
Blumhouse?
Insidious. Yeah.
Megan.
Oh, that wins.
Yeah.
Right?
Either that or Insidious.
Megan
Oculus?
2.0,
I just-
Oculus,
Paranormal
Mr. Harrigan's
Activity.
phone.
Oh, there's so many Blumhouse that I did. Oh, all the Purges.
The Halloween reboot.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Cocaine Bear.
Unfriended. Wolfman. Ugh.
Wolf Man.
God damn, that movie sucked. The Lazarus Effect. That was kind of fun. Gem and the Holograms.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go Get Out as maybe the best Blumhouse movie.
Cabin in the Woods is up there for me.
But yeah, and Cabin in the Woods. Those are top two for me. God, I love that movie. So yeah. Anything else we want to bring up, talk about?
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. 4 out of 5 disconnected phone
Phones.
receivers. Packed with dirt.
The last one is connected. It's
The-
not the last
Yeah.
phone out
It's
of the
connected.
5 is a
It's
connected phone.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Terry, did you watch this movie?
I did.
Oh, you did.
Oh, I love this movie.
Oh.
Yeah, he liked the kid-on-kid violence. You talked about that. Actually, not even kidding.
That is one of my favorite things about this is the you don't see 70s style kid violence.
Right.
No, you don't see
And
Sidney Styles.
it
beatings.
hit hard and it was legitimate and it was scary. Like
It
I like
was.
a bully. I like a childhood bully that you're actually scared of because he's going to kill you with a rock.
Yeah.
You know, or throw you off a cliff. Just something like that is
Yeah.
like
Like the
okay,
bullies
there's
in It.
legitimate threats
Yeah.
to kids that you can identify with it. But this is just an amazing movie. I mean,
Yeah.
I did not expect anything from it, and for it to be such a banger
Yeah.
and such a,
Yeah.
it feels like it was plucked out of the 70s. Like I
It
hope,
really did.
I hope this entire team continues to make films like this same team of like, give me more throwback style movies. I also like it's simple. It's not overkill with supernatural, which is why I'm so interested in Black Phone 2.
Yep.
Because like they made all. Oh, by the way, they made all the money with this.
Oh, did they?
I think they made it off a $20 million budget and it made 130.
No kidding.
It was something crazy like that. It was a
Nice.
banger.
You know what I think about setting horror movies in different, with Terry mentioning different time frames and like especially pre-cell phone. Like we have this like computer that we bring everywhere and
Yeah.
hopefully it saves us if we're in danger. But when you remove that from the story and people just have to like think for themselves,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
much more engaging.
Yeah, this
So.
definitely fits well within the time frame that it's set in. Yeah.
When kids used to fight.
Oh, so I didn't realize that one of the victims, one of the victims in this movie, the paperboy, is based on a real
Johnny
life.
Gosh.
Yeah, Johnny Gosh, a paperboy from Iowa who was on a route with his dog Gretchen and disappeared. His dog was found later, but Johnny's disappearance remains unsolved to this day. I had no idea that that kid was supposed to be a real life event.
Yeah, Johnny Gosh. There was a documentary series that I never finished called Who Took Johnny. Actually heard about it on My Favorite Murder because they talked about that case. And I think Georgia had watched it. And I watched it because they had brought it up. And then I was like, this is too much for me. They talked to his mother a lot, I think. And I'm like, I can't emotionally do with that. But yeah, Johnny Gosh is a pretty, I don't know, famous or infamous one is the correct term. But yeah. I clocked that when that was Billy. That was the one who didn't remember his name.
Yeah. Oh.
And that happens in the book. It's Bruce. Bruce doesn't remember his name. He's like, oh my God, you're Bruce. And he's like, I don't know if you say so.
Sure.
He's like, that's the first thing that goes when you like, and I'm like,
The grabber dons several creepy masks throughout the film, each exposing different portions of his face. They were designed by Tom Savini.
Oh.
That's awesome. Mason Thames said that the first time he saw the mask coupled with Ethan Hawke's bone-chilling performance, he was terrified.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did we already bring this? I can't remember if we said this off air or on the air. Ethan Hawke would, after he was like tormenting the kid, he would like, yeah, you okay? Like give him a noogie and like play around with him.
And like,
yeah.
Try to make him feel a little bit better.
I have, it's not the same at all. I don't know why I'm going to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. When I was a kid, I was like 3 or 4. We had those like Disney sing-along tapes, and there was one that was all the Disney villains, and it took place in Disney World. And so it was like all the people dressed up as the villain characters, and Captain Hook scared the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah.
And so we went to Disney, and I had a goal of getting every character I could signature, but I was terrified to go to Captain Hook and ask him. So my mom went over and told him, I was like, listen, my like 4-year-old daughter is like dying to meet you, but she's terrified of you. Can you just be really nice to her? And he was the nicest to me, was like playing around with me to the point that he became my favorite Disney character for a while. Aww. Where like people would be like, he's a bad guy. And I'm like, no, you don't know him.
You don't know my guy.
You don't know him like I do. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Madeline McGraw lost her voice during filming the beating scene.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. It sounded like guttural. Like, oh my God.
The line running through the wall on the basement from the phone is a reference to the poster of Sinister, which is from the same director.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do it. We're done. Yay! All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and chatting about The Black Phone. Join us next week when we will be talking about The Black Phone 2. Go see it this weekend so that you can come have a chat with us.
I'll try to hop in the chat if I can.
Do the chats.
Sometimes I'm at a crime scene.
Dumb. So, all right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll talk at you later.
Bye.
Pilsners are better than IPAs.
Yeah.